Welcome guys, this is Paul Mills, also known as Binary from Raptoreum Core. Some great news is my wife has just come home, so now we can get on with the stream. What we're going to do is we're going to head over to Smith on the hour in 8 minutes time. Then we're going to do a short stream with CryptoSmith. Then we're going to do the Raptoreum update after the Smith stream. And then we're going to take some questions from the community, from the YouTube chat and the stream party chat at our official Discord. A link is at the top right of the stream. Let's get going, guys. Yep. How are you doing, Chad? Nice to see you, RBA. Bit late for you, bro. How you doing, RQ? How you doing, Toy? A Raptor Wings all riot. Todd. All the usuals. Raptor Wings all riot is saying Binary change your wife. Well, I can't really comment on that. She's probably listening. Yeah, Toy's saying wife unit 3.0. How you doing, Azorian? How you doing, HNS Biosafe? Yeah, it's good to be on that online. Another 5 minutes and we'll head over to CryptoSmith, also known as Jesse Lambert, and see what he's up to. How you doing, Trader Gamer? Don't forget, guys, we are here every single Saturday doing a Raptoreum update stream and a CryptoSmith stream where he will create something for the Raptoreum MMORPG games. Everything that the CryptoSmith creates will get 100 NFTs. The person that owns the item, the real item in the real world, gets NFT number 1, which has perks in games. NFT 2 to 100 are all different colours and different things like that, having regular perks as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream, guys. Follow us on Twitter. Plenty of updates all the time. How you doing, Lombard? Alright guys, let's get over to the CryptoSmith. How you doing, CryptoSmith? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
You can hear me. Can the Smith hear us? It might be a little loud there, maybe. All right. Well, we are there, guys. Thanks for waiting around. I know it's been quite a while, but we're here now. Better late than never. And we're here at CryptoSmith HQ, where he's... what do we know what he's creating, Sherm?
He is making somewhat of an RTM logo out of straightened out springs from a trampoline, and then he's going to smush it all down.
So he's making an RTM logo from...
exactly what you call that.
From straightened out springs, and he's going to mush it down. Right, okay. Can you hear us, Smith?
I don't know if you can hear us.
Probably not. I'll send him a DM. Yeah, he's just gone offline. He probably just needs to go offline and rejoin. Let's see. What you been up to today, Sherm, anyway?
Hey, just cleaning.
Cleaning.
Yeah, around the house, you know.
Yeah.
Chores.
Well, it's got to be done.
Yeah. I was to keep an eye on all the Raptors.
Well, it doesn't look like Smith's. We're not having much luck tonight, are we, guys? We're really not having any luck at all. But you know, this is fully organic. Anything could happen.
Yep. Sure, we'll get him back.
He's saying send invite. All right, let's just quickly put this call down and then call him back.
Yeah, I hear him.
Are you hearing now, yeah?
Yeah. Well, I heard the hammer, I think.
Hello, Smith, can you hear us?
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. But now that you're here,
Oh, we've lost you again. Can't hear you again now. We lost you when your video came on.
did I get cut off?
You did.
Yeah.
I guess nobody wanted me to talk about what I want to talk about.
So what do you want to talk about?
Now's a good time to talk about getting your pet spayed or neutered. Did you know that for every puppy that's adopted out of a homeless shelter, one child starts?
No, I didn't.
Well, makes sense though, don't it? I mean, you got to feed the puppy, and if we're putting so much effort into adopting puppies, kids got to go without. So get your cats and dogs spayed or neutered.
You
Old
can't-
Ball Barker, he was always good for that.
Yeah. So what are we doing, Smith? We're whacking down a spring coil.
Yeah, so I took some trampoline coils and I heated them up and I straightened them out. And right now I am making a couple different shapes. One of them is just good old flat, and then we got some triangles.
Yep.
Of different types and sizes. And so the goal is that we're going to take all this round stock, coupled together with our different geometries, and we're going to try and fill in as much space as we can within this pattern. So we'll actually create some metal retaining rings in this shape.
Yeah.
And we'll stack these as tightly as in there as we can. We'll weld the ends. And we'll come and we'll go as long as we can, probably about 5 inches or so.
Right.
And we'll weld the ends of that. So essentially we'll have an elongated or an extruded shape like this.
Okay.
And then we'll put it into a canister.
Yeah.
And we'll surround it with the outside with stainless steel. And within there, we'll actually fill that in with carbon steel. And so then when we squeeze and pound it together, we should, in theory, have essentially a big candy log of the RTM logo in steel.
Cool.
Yeah.
So is this
anyway.
this going to be a two-stream thing, or is it going to be literally in the 10 minutes I've given you left to do it?
Definitely a 2-stream. It might be 2.5 now.
All right.
Now
Okay.
that
All right.
so far into it already here, but
So would it have been a 2.5 stream anyway, if that's the case?
No, I think would have been able to put it into a 2.
All right.
But what we've all still been working on in the meantime is we've taken our wrought iron from last time and we've made it look all pretty and stretched it out and given it a dimension.
Yep.
And we've also been working on, in the meantime, the Damascus part of the Raptoreum billet.
Okay.
And we've taken a section of that and we've cut it and folded it in on itself, and we are now working on getting it to a place where we're going to put it into the middle of the wrought iron.
Yep.
I've also decided that we are going to make what has been popularly coined as a QMI billet.
A what?
So QMI.
Humai.
So yeah. So Sanmai is Japanese for three layers. San being Ichini San being number 3 in Japanese.
Yeah.
But what people have, and then there's Gomai, which is 5. And Gomai is just adding an extra layer in between the outer jacket and the inner core, so to make 5 layers. So it's technically it's a copper brazed Gomai is technically what it is. So that middle layer we're actually going to add copper. We're going to braze the wrought iron and the Damascus core together with a thin layer of copper in between.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And so I know when we talked about this Raptoreum billet, the last stream, we talked about enriching it and giving it as much theme and meaning as we can possibly stuff into it and keep it still classy. We want it classy. We want it something that really doesn't become this gaudy piece of, like we've just thrown everything at it other than the kitchen sink, right?
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
we're going to enrich it with as much theme as we can. And I always wondered on how to really do the circuitry and keep it classy. And I find whenever you add element or multiple elements into a piece, that you have to dial back on the complexity. For every element you add, you have to also add an element of simplicity. So that was really messing with me because we already have pattern Damascus, and then I wanted to incorporate like a PCB circuitry into it in some way. So I figured we put it into the Damascus patterning itself, and then that proved to be logistically a nightmare. So I think this is a really nice way. This is a really nice way of adding another element while adding simplicity at the same time, because it's literally a raw element, right?
Yeah.
Whereas aluminum comes from bauxite, and you have to take all these other things from ores, much like gold. Copper could be found in its raw form. So
cool. So when you braze it and you have a layer in between the two steels, that means that the heat properties of the steel would affect the braze if it was too hot, yeah? Or would it just literally melt into the steel even further?
no, it'll turn to liquid and drain out. But the nice thing about copper is the melting temperature is around 900 C, which is very on par with the heat treating recipe for 1095 steel.
Okay, so you can do what you need to do with the steel, apply the brazing, and then heat treat everything in one place, so it goes together. Then,
correct. The melting temperature of the copper is above the heat treatment temperature of the steel, so it's safe.
Cool.
Whereas brass is a little lower, so we wouldn't be able to braze with brass. It has to be copper.
Hey Sherm, are you saying there's 22 blocks to 500,000?
That's what I'm seeing.
Is that what you're seeing?
Yes, I am.
Well, that's pretty close.
Yeah, we'll probably be streaming with now with the delay. We're actually going to be on for block 500,000. So actually kind of might worked out for the best.
Yeah. We meant to delay the stream, guys. That was the reason. Honest.
21 blocks now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all planned.
Any word from Charlie?
Well, I did say to Charlie that the Smith stream wasn't on, so he's probably got the same mindset as what I told him. I mean, I can tag him if you like. He said he did. Yeah. He said he would have come on for the Smith stream.
Yeah, I'm here. I just hopped on.
Oh, there he is.
Big devil. All right. His
ears must have been ringing.
Yeah.
Oh, good thing you didn't say what you were about to say. Hey there. How's it going, Charlie?
How's it?
It's going pretty well. It's pretty good. Wicked cold here, that's for sure. How about where you are?
Yeah, we got one going around as well.
No, like temperature wise, I mean, we're minus 40 here.
Oh, really? No, we got hit by a warm spell.
Oh yeah. Well, lucky you.
I think you might be getting what we just got.
And what was that?
the temperature plummet. It's just warmed up today from a stupid cold front.
Up north, where I was just before we moved back home, when I was up there for the last year and a half, I was checking the temperatures last night, and it was down to minus 65 with the wind chill.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's way too cold. So literally, you open your eyes and your eyelids freeze. Yeah.
Yeah, that temperature, when you sit, it bounces when it hits the ground.
I heard in New Hampshire today they were at negative 100 something Fahrenheit with the wind chill and the highest peak up there today.
Really?
Yeah, we're getting hit with the polar vortex.
Well, I just tuned in, so what are we making? What's going on?
Well, he's rigging some kind of logo thing with old springs that he's straightening out, that he's making sticks out of, and then he's going to shove them in the holes, and then it's going to have some stainless in between, some different steel, I think. Is that right, Smith?
And he's just smashed it or something.
That's probably the best description I've heard so far.
Yeah, terrible. Then.
So yeah, we've taken some springs, straighten them out, get rods, and then the rods we're going to turn into extruded shapes. The RTM logo. We're going to take that extrusion. We're going to put it in a canister. We're going to weld it all up, back. And then we're essentially going to have what I like to call a candy log, because I see them do it with candy all the time. So here I'm forcing it cold, very gently. I don't want to stretch it out when it's cold. But when it's cold, it's also easier to blow up the scale.
Okay.
Because new scale isn't forming. And you'll notice here, where the scale has blown out, it's left the pitting.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that was the very stubborn scale. But all this other stuff was clean. So I want to get that looking like that.
Okay.
So all I'm doing right now is just trying to really get rid of all that stubborn stuff. Because if I get a clean sheet of scale, that's no problem. It's when it's pitted and then new scale forms on top of that, and then you have scale that's in divot. So I want to blow off all the scale, come back and make it all beautiful and clean and flat. And that way, when it scales up the next time, it'll just fall off like a nice sheet.
Gotcha.
So yeah, the whole command prompt is because we're kind of going back to basics. Like there's different ways of doing this. I think ways that we'll explore in the future, like EDM, which is electric discharge machining. And it essentially takes a brass wire and it'll cut through hardened tool steel in the exact shape to the point where if you have a block in this shape and you try to drop it down and you have your finger on the bottom of the hole, it won't go down, or it'll go down really slowly because it's airtight. So it's very precise way of machining. So there are other ways to do it, but the way we're doing this is very simple. We're literally just stacking the rod in the shape of this, and we're going to smash it together, and we're going to get a picture out of it. Pretty neat.
Okay.
The
So the first thing is making the shape for it to all fit into, or is it the opposite?
You could do it either way.
You can do it either way. So you can
You could do it either way.
Yeah.
Either way, we need to take some thin sheet metal and bend it into the shape of the logo. So right now, I'm just getting some different shapes for infilling, but the bulk of everything is just going to be round. So it's going to act much like, I don't want to say pixels, because pixels are square, very, very similar to pixels.
Got you. I understand now.
So here, to come up, should see this scale come off nice and clean.
Yeah.
See how that's just seeded off?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So now the next layer of scale is going to be just clean. And so even if I hammer with the scale on, it's going to be clean between the layers. And it just makes keeping your billet clean way easier. Oh, look how beautiful clean that is.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that is really nice.
So now that I've let the heat do its work, I can actually afford to go to a gas-rich flame, and that'll reduce the amount of scale I do end up getting because there's not as much oxygen attacking the steel. Makes my job a little easier. So I'm going to take the measurement of our wrought iron that we've already done.
Yeah.
This thing scrapped the bed a long time ago, so it's now my forging calipers. So there's no actual measurement. It's just literally a physical dimension that it allows me to transfer. So we're between the two things. Our primary focus is the Raptoreum billet, and that's going to be our primary focus. This is just kind of fun on the side. So if we don't get back to it, we don't get back to it. If we see some time in between the billet to get and put some more time towards it, then we will.
Well,
it's exciting to see the billet coming along.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So far, what we've used of it, this is what's left. So yeah,
Pretty
we
big.
still have quite a bit.
Big chunk of steel, yeah. Or I should say a big chunk of Damascus. Raindrop Damascus even.
Yep. So again, nice clean scale. You can see here how much the amount of scale we have coming on here has been reduced. That's thanks to that gas-rich flame. Cleaning it becomes so much easier at this
Oh,
point.
nice.
Yeah.
Now when I go to hammer it, I'm getting nothing but nice clean steel. I got one little piece of scale here.
Right there. Blew it off. I think that's the last one I got to deal with.
Let's have a look at some of the comments. RQ saying Charlie will be on the live. Yes, Charlie is here. Say hello, Charlie.
Hello, hello.
There
Where's
he is.
that? I don't see this stream on YouTube. Is it just me or?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's on a set. It's on a different link. I'll
Different link. It's in the
okay.
party stream chat.
It's in party stream chat if you go there, and then X-Ray shared the link. Trader Gamer saying, hi, today I will be connected with you. I want to know more about the project. Okay, well, this is Raptoreum. We are a hybrid proof of work, anti-ASIC, anti-FPGA, decentralized cryptocurrency. We've got futures at protocol level, which was the world's first. We also have assets on the way as well. And we are going to be building our smart contracts in common programming languages such as Java and Python, unlike other blockchains out there, which are quite niche languages and catering to a few developers rather than most developers. So that's the angle that we've got with our coin, and that's why we're all working towards what we're working towards. I see it is slow with reference to development and marketing. Well, if you check the development channel, we've got lots of things going on. We've also been helping other projects build on our coin, and you will see more of that coming out pretty soon. It's fairly close, actually. In terms of marketing, well, we're literally a currency until we have assets out. Once we have assets out, that's when projects and other things can be built on chain, and a lot more automatic operations and things can happen on chain when we've got assets as well. And also a lot of the things that CryptoSmith is building right now are then fully tradable in an asset format on the Raptoreum marketplace. So yeah, I mean that's where we're waiting for to really go pushing on the marketing front. We're also working with important people in the space in order to help grow the project in areas that we can't even do ourselves. So we're working on those sorts of connections as well. I don't know if the developers have anything to say about it. Well, yeah,
I'm not a developer, but I want a piece to say. But if I might have the talking stick.
All right, go ahead.
I have a background in construction, and I've worked for everybody from commercial steel structures to, apartment buildings to cookie cutter houses. I've worked for myself building, again, what you would refer to as a cookie cutter house. And I went to work for a fella by the name of Frank. And the first day that I was on that job, he gave me a simple task like soffit. And this is something you give to a first year. You don't. So whatever, my first day, I take it, grain of salt. I get up there, I do it. I do it like I've been shown a million times by all my other employers and whatnot. And it was a good job. And he comes back to me and he pulls me aside. He says, Jesse, says, I understand that what you're used to, is, it's on par with that, the work you've done here. And it's good work, he says, but that's not our standard. And I said, but I got it done so quickly. I've saved you so much money. And he says, you know what? He says, the first time you're doing it on your time, the second time you're doing it on my time. He says, so take your time the first time. Essentially, he was telling me that if you don't do it right, I'm going to have to come up behind you and do it. And now it's coming out of my pocket. Now it's not something that the client is getting paid for, because we're not going to charge them for your mistakes. But that was the first time I ever had somebody, an employer, come up to me and say, take your time. Because if you don't take your time, you're just going to end up costing more time. And it's, in the long run, it's not the cheaper way of doing things. It's not the better way of doing things. It's the more expensive, more drawn out, just the wrong way of doing things. So take your time. And that's one of the things that drew me to this project. I've seen 100, especially in this last bull market, you see 100 altcoins coming out and meme coins and all this other kind of nonsense. And they're fast to the market, and they're fast to leave too. So one thing that always made me kind of skeptical of crypto was the real fragility of all of it. The the coming and the going, the trend kind of nature of things, and quick to come in, quick to go out. And with that, there's no stability. And I was drawn to the fact that there was progressive, consistent, albeit slow, growth to this in the community. So development aside, I think the foundation has been laid strongly enough that everything else will kind of work itself out, so to speak. That's all I got to say. Here's the talking stick back.
Yeah, well put.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
Oh,
Smith.
and this contractor, by the way, he was booked for 5 years with nothing but multi-million-dollar homes. And that's the truth. He's the best contractor in town, and in the 20-odd years that I've been in carpentry, the best boss that I've ever had, hands down. So I mean, if his character doesn't speak to the principle, I don't know what does.
Yeah. Do it right the first time.
That's right. That's right.
TG is asking when moon. We get asked this every single week. I mean, there are many moons, so which moon are you talking about?
Maybe a little more specific.
You got to be more specific, yeah.
Oh, moon, Kentucky, keep on shining. Keep on shining on the one made me blue.
Michael Chebviv is asking when assets update. Well, we will get an update on that soon. We are currently testing the foundation in code to lay assets on top of that, which is a very important thing for the project and for all the testers that have been helping out and things like that, because we want to make sure that that works perfectly before assets are released on top of that. And it will initially be a test net. We're not just going to release assets on it straight away. So, assets will be soon. That's all you need to know. But we are going to do it properly.
Anytime we have something complex like that touches on multiple angles on consensus and transaction, you really need to make sure it's well tested from every angle.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can't cut a single corner. I mean, it'd be catastrophic if we had any sort of issues at mainnet with anything like that. So we need to make sure that it's absolutely watertight, and also we need to think about how that's going to interact with our contract layer when that is introduced as well. So we need to set the foundations perfectly for the bigger picture even early on. So it's important we do it properly. But, you know, we've got the team to do it. Everyone's got their skills that the project requires in order to get the job done, and we will get there soon.
So, Sherm, I just remembered something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's up?
So you are the Discord moderator? Is that the, or Discord admin? How is that?
Yeah, like lead moderator.
Moderator?
Yeah.
So I've been meaning to ask you because I don't honestly go on Discord all that often. Only really to do the messaging part of things. Every now and then on coffee break, I coincidentally, it's like, you know, I get a second to actually look on Discord and our trivia night.
Yeah.
Trivia night. But it's like I come there and there's new stuff, and I almost feel like, oh man, what have I missed out on? And so it makes me wonder. It brings up the question, like when it comes to Discord community and I don't know, things a guy should know. Let's just say it in layman's terms like that. Is there anything that is really something a guy should know for Discord? Like, what's RCC, snow, and all that,
And all that craziness.
And what's with the like what, why, and how did we see changes to trivia? And like, you know, it used to be. I remember it used to be 15 questions, and now it's like all this, and it's good. Don't get me wrong. But it's like every time I go on there, there's something new, and that's cool. What am I asking?
Well,
I don't know what
I'll
I'm
tell you, but I mean, Discord. I mean, we always got things updating, new things coming up. You know, we keep it exciting over there. To answer you about RCC, I mean, RCC kind of evolved from doing RTM reigns, where we used to joke, we used to call it proof of chat. You know, so these people that are active in Discord, you know, are collecting rain. You know, so it's kind of like proof of chat. So goalie.
What we used to do is we used to slow the chat down, so proof of chat difficulty increase when we used to slow the chat down to 5 seconds.
Yeah, so we put slow mode on, do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes. Yeah. Increase
what is slow mode?
You can add slow mode to the chat to where you can only post every 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So if chat gets crazy, you can actually slow the chat down and limit people. But so basically,
so like if I got a super awesome meme and I don't want it to get buried because there's 30 messages coming in per second, you can slow that down so everybody can have good appreciation
good look
for my
at
meme.
it. Yeah. So just give me a heads up. I'll throw slow mode on and everybody get a good look.
There's a couple times I'll go and download the right picture and think up some super funny text, and I'll go into Corel and I'll do all the cropping and write it in, and I'll be snickering to myself the whole time, and I'll go throw up my meme, and it's like, boom, gone.
And
then I got to post it like 6 more times.
Right.
And then the 1 or 2 people who seen it the first, the second, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth time, they're like, all right, that's enough, right?
Yeah, I've seen this already. Yeah. But yes, going back to RCC, I mean, RCC is basically called Raptor Chat Coin. So basically, you use that for kind of proof of chat, you know. So basically, it's just for fun right now. It kind of acts a little bit like RTM, where you can rain it different ways. You can throw it into RCC nodes. It's still early in its development. You know, I think they have plans to potentially make it as a token when assets are out on RTM. But you know, it's just a fun little bot that we throw RCC around with and have some fun.
Trader Gamer's asking, can you make the wallet update automatically without having to do the power cache and the bootstrap?
Yeah. Well, we are going to be adding the function to the wallet, to Raptoreum Core, where you will have a button that says, update chain data or automatic bootstrap or whatever. So you can just hit that button and it will automatically bootstrap it for you. That is coming, but adding the dependencies to the wallet for that is actually a little bit trickier than you might think. So it's something we've been working on. It is coming. It will be there at some point in the fairly near future.
RQ is asking, how is the relationship between Binary, Charlie, and Big Piggy? We'll put it this way.
We've been trying to get them back into a room since 1996.
They hate each other.
Touchy
It's
subject.
terrible.
Touchy subject.
Very.
Yeah,
So much salt involved. So much salt.
Put it this way. The wife is jealous.
That's about all you need to say.
That's all I need to say.
So we're at a crossroads here. I said copper, QMI,
Mm-hmm.
and now I'm thinking that we'll do everything in the raw. Meaning, instead of cooling and sanding and making sure everything, we'll go more the Japanese route, and we'll do everything hot. We'll hot cut it, we'll fold it, we'll do, proper iron flux, everything in the forward. But we can't do copper if we do it that way. Maybe we can. Maybe I'll attempt it. Copper. It's up to you guys. I'll leave it up to you guys because we got to sign off anyway.
Yeah, when are you signing off? Have you got to go now?
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
What do you got? What do you guys think?
What do you want, guys? Do you want the copper in there, or do you want it without? We'll give them a minute to reply.
Charlie, what do you think?
What was I missed part of it there. What was the copper going to be?
So it'll be Damascus, copper, and then wrought iron. QMI, like a sand mine.
Okay. And
Or-
the other option?
Or if I hot cut it, hot fold it, and do everything kind of in the rough, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like right now, what I should do is I should cool it and mill it flat and grind it all beautiful and smooth, and then put them together and weld them, and then make sure it's a fully jacketed problem or situation, and then weld on my nubbins so that I can pick it up, and or I just kind of like go cowboy on it. I just like cut it, fold it, shove the piece in there, get it super hot, bam, done. It's more Japanese in my mind.
I like the Japanese style myself.
Yeah. No copper though. Now, here's the other thing. I could attempt copper. I could forge forward with a high probability of failure, and because it's a very tight window when you're brazing copper without making sure everything is absolutely impeccably clean. And now, of course, we'll do the more Japanese way of doing it, which is a very fuel-rich fire. A lot of natural products such as flux or fluorspar to make sure everything is good and clean. It's very much a tighter window, but the success when it happens is a great deal more epic. So
I'm a big fan of Epic, but if it fails, I might cry on the
Yeah, this
stream.
sounds good. Yeah.
So that's the trade-off. Let's discuss it over the next week. By week, I mean 5 days. So a 5-day week, so that I can kind of ready my mind for Saturday.
Yeah, it sounds good.
All right.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So QMI. Anybody who's
listening, or anybody who wants to, if you guys want to voice in this, search up QMI and you'll soon find it's very cool. But the way that we're going to do it, the epic way we're going to do it, is high risk of failure. Or we could do everything nice and clean and clinical and have an ensured success. So
you can just get her done, or you can have epic and possibly crying. I mean, I go for the crying and epic myself. But we'll see.
with high risk comes high reward, right?
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Exactly.
And the story behind it, and of course we're going for like enriching and the themes and all that kind of stuff, right? So it's kind of like waiting beside the rapids, right? It's like you wait, but you jump in, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, you're gone. Way more epic.
Yeah.
So I'll check back on Thursday, and we'll decide what we're gonna do. Cool.
Cool.
Sounds epic.
Sounds good. All right.
I'll have some more. I'll have some more headway on this too, and then we'll be able to do both at the same time.
Awesome.
No,
Sounds
nice.
good. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to say a big thanks to CryptoSmith, and then we're going to let him carry on. It's pizza day, isn't it?
It is.
Okay. So we're going to let him have pizza with family, and we're going to just wait until we get to the 500,000th block, and then we're going to do the RTM update when we hit that, which is very shortly.
6 blocks.
6 blocks left. So
Maybe even
And it's
less.
what, a block every 12 minutes?
2
On
minutes.
average, every 2.
Every
Yeah.
2, yeah.
Oh, where did I get
On
12
average.
from?
All right. Thanks a lot,
Go ahead.
Smith. And we'll catch you guys very shortly.
Okay,
Thanks,
sounds
Smith.
good. Thank you.
Thank you, Smith.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, just one block left, and I think we're there. Are you there, Charlie?
Yeah, I am. I was just gonna type to you. So I'm probably gonna just hop off because the kids are really loud at the moment. So not sure if you can hear them in the background right now, but they're really loud.
All right, no stress, no stress. It looks like we've got Sherm here.
Yes, I'm here.
All right, guys, it looks like we're at block 500,000, so we'll get the stream started. In regards to the RTM update, so let's get this music turned down and let's go. Okay, guys, so this is the update for this week. Okay, so we have been working on our stand for the W3ST Summit, which involves making the graphics and the GIFs and various things for that, clickable items to contact the team and present it in a nice way for people to, you know, check out Raptoreum and find out all they need to do, all the information for it. Our summit will be on the 1st and the 4th, between the 1st and the 4th of March, and we really want to make the stand out and try and be the best one there, so we're really putting some effort into that. And we've done a few things with the partner involved in providing that that platform, so we can make the most out of it. We have also been getting more organized with the Santos RTM store, with many thanks to Zlata and CryptoMexa, and thanks to also Santos as well for being online and dealing with all the questions and things like that I've had with surrounding that. It's looking a lot better, as you can see if you check out the splash screen, and that is totally different now, and there's a nice golden RTM logo on there that's last put on, which is really nice. And there's more items to go on that I've seen in the subfolder. There's a lot of items ready to go on the store, so it's just whether Zlata approves them or not, we'll see. Okay, we've been continuing calls and interactions with various exchanges and funding related circles. We do have a clear strategy on how we would like to progress moving forward. There are many different cogs that are currently turning that, you know, we're not currently talking about, but they are for the greater good of us all. So that's something I'm pretty excited about. It's hard for you to be excited because you don't know what that is. Sherm, do you want to tell them about your issue with the RCC bot that you found?
All right. Well, at RCC, I ended up finding a little bug in the code to where I could continually send my RCC to my shared node, and my balance in my wallet did not decrease. So I was able to withdraw from the shared node and continue to resend and continues to double my RCC. So I end up racking up like a few 100 million RCC, and let Goalie know, and he fixed the bug, and we tested out his rescan software to set everything back to the way it should be and get rid of all my bad transactions.
It was fixed now, isn't it? It's fixed.
It's fixed, yep. My balance got set back to the way it was before, but it was fun.
Do you know if anyone else did it before you, or do you think it was only you?
No, I think it was just me.
All right, okay. So everyone needs to thank Sherm for basically saving the RCC bot and being a very honest gentleman.
Yeah, I only tested it a few times, realized the bug, and then obviously let Goalie know. about the bug, and obviously he tested it, saw it was as well, and then he let me know he had he's gonna be testing his rescan software. So he said, "Yeah, go ahead, go wild, and let's really test the scan software." So I went crazy, and it worked.
So how much RCC did you rack up in the end when he gave you a free road?
I was around, I think, like 256 million or so, and it was just about to double. I think I had over 300 something nodes.
Yeah, well, it's a good job it's not a real blockchain. As of yet, it's that's.
Well, it's still beta, but
still beta. I hope Goalie can push forward with it, and but yeah, it was funny to see.
Yeah,
okay, guys, I just want to say, I have heard your comments, and we are going to update the current website, and it's going to be temporary before Kieran finishes off the main website that we've been working on. Kieran has been helping out over with the DeFi platform, so all of his time has been on that, working with that other team. So now he's back on the main website now that's sort of pretty much done. So yeah, but in the meantime, I will be updating the current website, because I agree with you. It's been there a long time now, since the start, and especially when key players in the industry are looking at us and our website, and it's looking dated, and we do need to sort that out. So I fully agree with everyone. So over the next week or two, expect to see some big changes on the website, and then that'll also tie in with our summit that we've got on between the 1st and the 4th. So we're looking good for then.
But yeah, good.
Also, we did see the Twitter comments where the guys were saying, we've got important people looking at the project. These were the guys who was at the Panama conference last time. So we do totally agree with you. So that's why we're going to sort it out. So yeah, we need to show we're serious in the space. We're working hard every day to build this, and it is important to look the part as well. So we are going to do that. Raptor Wings has been coming along nicely with testing and various tweaks and fixes. Sherm's been helping out over there as well.
I'm doing some testing.
Obviously, Jamardis is the lead developer of that project. That's set for release on the 16th of February. Just want to say a big thanks to the other testers as well for helping out with that. For their thorough use, and breaking the code helps the final product to be a stronger piece of software. Ghostpress is imminently out. It is cutting edge anonymous WordPress hosting. Payment is only in RTM. It's 95% ready, so expect to see that go live very soon. The still somewhat secret DeFi site has progressed in leaps and bounds, and that isn't been undergoing lots of different testing over there. So that's separate team that are working on that. That'll be like one of the first cool things built on chain. I could put it like that, I suppose. One of the first projects built on chain. Yeah, so that's looking nice, and you will get some leaks on that soon, and that's what Piggy wants to tell everybody. The team are also in negotiations for forming like a far reacher security cooperative agreement, which includes a large number of projects and players in the industry as well. So yeah, we have listened, we are making some changes, and long live Raptoreum. That's all I want to say. Okay, so I'm going to take some questions from the chat. All right, let me have a look what we got. I'm going to check the YouTube first. Apache Helicopter saying, Binary, please show us your new haircut. Well, it has grown a little since then. I mean, you can check it out here. Yeah, that's my hair. There you go. Yeah, this RQ is saying this year we have the Blockchain Summit LATAM in Colombia in October. Yep, it'd be nice if we could get some people over there. Trader Gamer saying where we need a good cover letter and a new web page, beautiful, modern, and striking. Well, we do have professional decks that go out to various partners that we've been speaking with, such as VCs and other interested parties. So, you know, we do have that as well. We do also have a public one which is due to be released as well, which is pretty nice. So we will think about getting that out. Okay, yep, Carter, yep, definitely hair, definitely. Is there anything anyone wants to ask Scherm? Scherm's here. You could ask Scherm anything you like.
They talk to me all day long, but any questions?
RQ is asking, did you contact with any venture capital company? We have had contact with various facets and bridges and things like that in order to make something like that happen, and that involves many different cogs, as I was saying on the update stream. Any further fixes expected on testnet binaries? I'm not too sure about the fixes on the testnet binaries. Do you know anything about that, Shem? See, I'm not
No.
I'm not a coder. I make these streams and things happen, and I'm the marketing guy. But it's sometimes nice to have Charlie and Piggy on here, who can tell us a bit more about the code side of things and where that is. Okay. But yeah, generally with code, we always make sure that we are absolutely watertight at the testnet level before we even think about mainnet of any code. So that's really important to us, that it's tested properly and that we haven't cut any corners whatsoever.
You know, should there be more updates to the wallet and the binaries and stuff with the wallet as more and more stuff gets developed and that moves along?
Izorian is asking, there was an update for the website Inc. Is it still being done? Yeah, it's still being done. The guy that was building that, which is a feat of mankind in itself. I mean, it looks absolutely brilliant. But yeah, he's been helping the team over at working on the DeFi platform. So he's been helping out over there. So that's why that was delayed. But I've said previously I will be, updating the website temporarily, ready for the event that's happening next month, early next month. So within the next week or two, we're going to see some changes on the website. That's for sure. So Lose Thyself is asking, when Knights of RTM Roundtable? Do you want to answer that, Sherm?
Well, once you get to level 10, then we'll have what's the
realm of
the Gigatoshi, right?
The realm of the Gigatoshis, yeah.
Yeah.
But we
can't tell you what that is yet. Probably because we don't know. But
yeah, we don't know what that is. Yeah. I mean, if anyone's got any suggestions, what happens when you get to the realm of the Gigatoshis, let us know.
We're open to suggestions.
Definitely.
I was definitely thinking about a private channel for them all. But what else? Yeah, we're open.
Yeah. RQ is saying, we want to see you on the Blockchain Summit LATAM this year. Request your permission this year. Oh, I know. I think I know who that is. Yeah, I know. I understand. Yes. All right. We'll see, won't we? We'll have to see. But it's a long way over there. It is a long way. We need to get someone. It'd be nice if Piggy could fly out there. We'll see. Okay. Any more questions? When what?
Yeah. Or does he wants Raptor wings?
Raptor wings, all right. When? Well, that's it's on the 16th.
Yeah.
That's when. Yeah, Blockchain Summit LATAM. We would like to see. There is a lot of movement in the LATAM. I mean, it would be nice. We do go. I mean, as far as at the stage of a project where we are at right now, we do go to a fair amount of conferences, and it's funded from our own costs. We don't take money out of the project to do these things and to go to these conferences and to spread the word about RTM. We do it on our own backs. So we are trying to get the project to a different stage right now where we can really do stuff with it. So we are speaking to, like I was saying before, big players in the space to try and make some of these magical things happen. We've built good foundations so far. We've done so well considering everything that's gone on with the market and everything that's prevailed. We have survived everything. So we are in a good stead as a project, and we do have a good foundation. And we have proven ourselves over a long time as well. I mean, don't forget, we have been building this project since 2018, and we've been in various iterations of testnet all way before mainnet. We're literally here to do the right thing, and that's all we care about. And we started in the bear market and we went into a bull market. We're back in a bear market. It's nothing different to us. We haven't given up developing or anything. As you can see from all of our channels and our development channel, we've got active development on this coin. And
working every day.
Absolutely. It's relentless. And also, I'll say it again, during the bear market, you saw many coins just go dead. Their communities were absolutely dead. Ours has absolutely thrived throughout the bear market. It's been constantly busy, and I consider that a good result. So then when we catapult back into a bull market, whether that will happen or not, I'm not sure. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Then we're in excellent stead. That's
we're in a good position.
We're in excellent position, prime position to
make moves. Yeah. Exactly.
And we've always been patient. We always know with the consistent work and regular updates, which we've been doing in development channel, is important to keep the community updated and inform that we're here constantly working on the project. So it's important, and some people might not know how to keep an eye on GitHub, or some people might have missed Twitter updates on maybe a different language channel or something like that. But we do generally post all the updates out that we ever do on the coin. And what you need to realize as well is a lot of these developments, they're brand new things. Like they're not on any other coin. It's not as if we've just been like, oh, we'll fork that and we'll use that like we originally did with an early Dash code. But ever since then, we've only done custom things to our chain, and these custom things they haven't been done before, like futures protocol and you know, the other things that we're building on the chain and the way we're doing it. It hasn't been done. So these things have to be tested thoroughly. And also, if you look at how many forks we've got of our coin already, it shows that people want the Raptoreum code. It shows that we must be doing something right. Well, otherwise they wouldn't want to fork it so many times.
Right.
So, you know, we are doing brand new things, and we're doing things for the greater good of blockchain, and that's one of the most important things, I think. We're not here looking at prices. We're not here listening to the people's emotions because they're salty of their value of whatever they're holding has gone down. Not financial advice, do your own research. But we are just here to work for the greater good of the project, and that's all we've ever cared about. And that's all that
focus on the calls. Focus on the code.
Exactly.
Right?
That's all that should ever matter. Nothing else should ever matter. We're passionate about blockchain, and that is it. Okay, let's have a look, see if there's any more questions. We're going to Colombia this year, but only if you have the web page done. we're gonna sort something out. We're gonna have this temporary one for now, and then we're gonna have obviously the main one after. It's worth the wait. That's all I'm saying.
It's going to be worth the wait. You're not going to be disappointed. That's for sure.
Exactly. I mean, bring the salt. I mean, we thrive on salt. Continue development very carefully. The code is very important. Exactly. The code is the most important thing. Without solid, watertight code, we haven't got anything at all. So it's top.
Have you never been hacked? No issues. You know, you want that code.
Yeah,
be rock solid.
Exactly.
No rushing it. Just
no
to
rushing.
Get it out, create a buzz or anything like that. You gotta do it right. Kind of like a CryptoSmith was saying today. You gotta do it right the first time.
The first trader is asking, I've been mining since 1 year almost, and I've got 10,000 RTM. How to mine faster out of the box tips? I'll leave that for you, Sherm. Have you got any tips for the guy to mine faster?
Well, obviously, if you set your overclocks and do those types of things, but you probably want to run efficiently more than as fast as possible, unless you have free power, right? But some tips. I don't know. I mean, obviously, if you're using CPU miner, doing the full tune, you're running other stuff. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can really do to optimize the software. I mean, CPU miner does it for you. XM rig really doesn't do any optimization really, and it just kind of runs.
Or you could use RaptorHash.
You do have RaptorHash. That is another way to mine, where you can actually use your GPUs and mine other GPU algorithms and get paid in Raptoreum. So that's would be probably one of the best ways to get more out of your machine.
And then you could have that played then into a shared node as well, so it makes you you get even more. So it's even faster mining than what you would normally, because you would compound your mining rewards on top of the rewards you would get from your smart node, shared node as well.
Smart node, right? And iNodes and Solely nodes both have that feature where you can use your onboarding address and put that in your mining config, so it'll mine straight to the node. You don't even have to send it from your wallet to the node; it just goes straight into the node, into your shared node. So that'd be another tip as well.
Okay, first trader, I hope that answers your question. The Shermanator was on the case.
But obviously, if you hop in Discord, the mining channel, if you have any questions, we're there as well to help out.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, the first trader is also saying, I want to be RTM millionaire. Well, we all do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some lucky people already are.
Yeah.
Okay, it would be great to have representatives at blockchain conferences. Yep, I mean, we do try our best to get to as many as we can logistically, and we would like to go to a lot more as well. So we are working on that. and a lot of that is to do with our direction of what we're pushing right now in terms of who we're speaking with. Apache's saying, we love Thinnerai. I mean, it's Binary, but if you're saying I'm thin, then thanks. I mean, it's a compliment. It depends on the angle, I think, really.
Well, you got the black background. You're wearing the black shirt. Black is thinning, they say, right?
Yeah, I'm wearing the good shirt though. This is the conference one, with the QR code on the back.
You
Well, you can see
can't
that.
really see it.
Yeah, it's the special one. Maybe we should get these in the store as well.
You have the QR code on the back. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Okay. RQ is saying, count on us. We're going to provide utility to RTM. Sounds good, bro. Sounds good. We really appreciate your support as well. It really means a lot.
Yep.
What else have we got? Have we got any more questions, guys? We will answer whatever we can, that we have knowledge of. Worried about the declining price on developers? Well, no, we're not worried about that at the moment. We do have a very close-knit team. Everyone gets on. Our developers are dedicated because they enjoy blockchain. It's like a hobby. But that also means that they do a really good job at what they do. And they are also working in fiat work in real life as well. So, it's not as if they're not supported. But we've got healthy development team, and everyone's happy with everybody. There's no issues. Okay. Do you think many whales have left the project? I don't know. If you're saying whale in regards to the quantity of RTM they're holding, or a whale in regards to how much someone's got on one wallet, as shown on like the rich list on the Explorer. But I think that during the run on 2021, where we had a lot of news coverage, we was on a lot of top news platforms that picked up on articles where Nvidia were being, AMD, we were being accused of selling out AMD processors, and the salt with Nvidia and this and that. So we had a lot of media coverage. We were even on the Linus Tech Tips sister channel and things like that. And we attracted a lot of people to the project through that. And I think the bear market hit brought everything down, and it brought the price down. We don't usually talk about price, but the price came down. Not financial advice, or do your own research and all that. And then we leveled off, and we are now looking into a different market. But this is if you're looking at the side of the project as of whales and markets and price and things like that, whereas we don't normally judge anything by that. We don't even focus on that. We just try and work our best and our hardest to create something brand new in blockchain. That's literally the only thing that we are bothered about. Doing a good job, doing a quality job, doing something that hasn't been done before, and absolutely doing something that interrupts the whole market. That's our aim, and that's what we intend on doing. Whatever price we're at, $0 or $1 million, it doesn't matter.
Simple as that. We're still gonna do the same thing. Same work every day.
Okay, are there any more questions? If you've got any more questions, fire them into the YouTube channel and the stream party chat. I will give it another minute. as usual, we answer everything right until the end, until there is no more questions.
HNS BioSafe's typing. When Charlie
smiles, yeah, Charlie is very serious. He's like a big macho man at the moment because he's doing all his training and his weights and things like that. He's been bulking up, so he needs to
keep a serious face on.
He needs to keep a serious game face on at the moment. But he doesn't usually show his face that often. But when he does, I don't think he's that. He does smile. I mean,
he smiled.
He does smile, but you know, Charlie can get a little nervous, I think, sometimes, because you know, this is a big thing, isn't it? Like talking to the public and being at the top of a project and things like that. Maybe that's you know, it's a big thing. It's even a big thing for me and Sherm. I mean, to even think about doing this is a massive undertaking. So, you know,
yeah.
I mean, even Sherm's not showing his face right now. All right, okay. So let's have a look. Are there any more questions? Continue working on that. We're going in a good way. Cheers. Thanks, RQ, for watching the stream. I hope we've answered any of your questions, and just you know, believe us, guys. When you say things, we do listen, and we are making the changes required to get us into a good stead for this year, especially for the conferences and things that are coming up, and also for who we're currently talking to. Thank you very much.
Available in the Discord too, so if you have any questions, you know, feel free to jump in Discord and ask. You know, Big Piggy, Charlie, Binary, me, we're all here, so feel free.
Absolutely, guys. We're always there. You can ask us anything you like, anytime. And also, we do these streams every single week on a Saturday, assuming that the wife is home.
Wife shows up.
You know, but this is life. Sometimes these things happen. And if she wants to go out, then she can. You know, the whole world might be waiting for her, but you know, she can do these things. You know, I've got nothing against that. So thanks a lot, guys, for tuning in. I do apologise for the earlier stream with the wife sort of situation, but you know, there we go.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thanks everyone. Thanks Sherm for coming along, and
of course,
RTM. Let's go.
Let's go.